Hey guys, so in the last week, I have talked to a lot of women that are struggling in their relationships and they are feeling super unworthy, depressed, and wondering what they're doing wrong. In this video, I want to expose the truth about marriage, divorce, and remarriage. And trust me, if you're feeling miserable in your relationship right now, you will be shocked because at the end of this video, you won't be feeling miserable anymore. Let's do this. To stay up to date with my mind-blowing spiritual perspective videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right now and click the bell to be notified every time I post a new video. Well, welcome to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Angela. I am a spiritual awakening coach, an intuitive energy healer, and a fear alchemist. I help people break through their fears by helping them understand the truth. All right, guys, so let's get into the truth because I really want to help people to get free from this. So the truth about marriage is this. Marriage was never intended to be between a man and a woman. What? Yes. Okay. So let me explain. Man created the institution of marriage for their own gain. Now, this was well before our time, but that is the truth. And where marriage comes from in the Bible, what it truly is the alchemy or the combining of the Spirit of God and your heart, mind, and soul as one. That is what marriage actually means.
People, it's killing me here.
All right, so the truth about divorce. So now you know the truth about marriage, the truth about divorce, and I'm telling you from a spiritual perspective out of the Bible, is not a piece of paper that you get from a court. It is when you come out of alignment with your heart, mind, and soul with God, okay? So that is when you fall into a spirit of fear, doubt, worry, insecurity, and the worst one is second guessing or doubting yourself. That is when your heart divorces from the Spirit of God and you are following a false god, or you can say foreign gods. So what is remarriage? Remarriage is basically the same thing as repentance, in that as soon as you tell yourself, I'm done second guessing myself, I'm going to trust myself, or I'm done living in fear, I'm going to face it and I'm going to walk through my fears, then God will instantly remarry your heart, mind, and soul to the Spirit of God. Because when you have an intention that you are no longer going to live like that, where you feel miserable inside of yourself, then God will remarry his spirit with your matter, your mind, your body, your heart. Yeah, it's pretty crazy when you actually know the truth of marriage, divorce, and remarriage, and this is biblical. And you could say, how would I know this? Well, you have to be shown by God, and that is going through experience yourself. Mostly through spiritual awakening. The Spirit of God will show you the truth, and it's usually not comfortable because it's through your own life experiences. So how does that work when we nowadays feel like, we have to be married to another human being? Get ready for this part. So my girlfriends that came to me, and they were all feeling extremely ashamed and depressed because their husbands were leaving them or divorcing them, you know, they just said that they had spent so many years living to try to make them happy. And now that they were leaving or divorcing them, they just were so heartbroken because they thought they had done everything they could to make them happy. So here's where the trap is, you guys, is that we've all been brought up to believe that when we get older and we meet a man, that, you know, he's going to sweep us off our feet and marry us and take care of us and make us happy. And I call this the Cinderella effect. It's like the princess in the tower that's waiting to be saved by the prince. And that puts you in this victim mode. But we've all kind of had this conditioning since we were little, and it's really a crock. It is, because, see, your love comes from inside of you. We have been taught that our love, that we need to search for love in another human being. And that is the biggest lie from the pit of hell. Because it is. Because what does that make you feel like? Like you're not a whole human being. And from the day that you're born, you are whole, you are worthy, you are perfect, you are good enough, you're amazing, and that never changes, no matter what you do or how you behave. You are always, the Spirit of God lives inside of you, and you are 100% valued, loved, amazing, no matter what you do. That's the good news. So, how do you get out of this feeling? And this is what I help them through, because when you realize that if you're living to try to make someone else happy, you're missing you. That's why you're so miserable. So, how do you get back to that, okay? It's super simple. You realign with yourself and you go, wait a minute. It was never my job to make him happy. It was only my job to make me happy. And once you realize that, it's like all the guilt, all the shame, all the hurt, everything just flies off of you, because you're like, I have been neglecting my heart, what I've wanted to do, who I am. No wonder why I don't feel good. So your love and your worth and your happiness comes from inside of you. No other person can give that to you. That's why marriage is failing in our society, because we expect them to make us happy, and that is fleeting. It will maybe happen for a short time, but then you're miserable and you're pretending to be happy on the outside. Ladies, men, whoever is watching this, like, get this. We have been conditioned to believe that our love comes from another person. And when that expectation does not work and they make us angry or sad or miserable, then we second guess ourselves, because that doesn't make sense with what our subconscious belief has always been. Do you see? But if you can realign with the truth that, oh my gosh, that's a lie, and my love comes from within me, and I never needed another person to make me feel loved, whole, and awesome. As soon as you realize that, it's like you can feel the love come back in your whole entire body. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't have relationships or connection. No, what it means is that as soon as you realize this truth, and that you make you happy, so the expectations of other people you don't have them anymore. You let them go. And you realize that the Spirit of God is what brings your happiness and your love, then you're free to give your heart to whoever you choose. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what your biggest aha moment was from this video. So I want you to take an internal temperature of yourself, okay? And are you pretending to be happy on the outside, but are really feeling on the inside miserable and suffering? If you are, then you need to look within, because there has to be some changes made to your choices. And how do you realign with what your heart wants you to do? As soon as you realign with what your heart wants you to do, then you're happy and your love comes back. But it is you that brings it back and nobody else, which is amazing because it gives you control of your own life, and it's just beautiful. And then you realize that God has been there for you the entire time. So as a free gift to my subscribers, I have created what's called an insight session. And this insight session is specifically created for you to go within and help you reveal what is truly making you feel unhappy, or your fears, any traumas, or just hurts. When those things can be revealed and acknowledged, they can finally be released and your true happiness can come back. So I would love for you to go get it. You can grab it at the link below in the description box, but I will also put that across the screen so you guys can go grab it. Thank you so much for being my subscriber. If you are still watching my video, you are awesome. Thank you so much. And if you would please give this video a huge thumbs up, because it really does help people to see it. And you can also check out these other spiritual videos that have mind-blowing perspectives. And don't forget to share this, because you just never know who might need to see it. See you next time. Peace out.